I think he'll change. He is committed of his own level of service. And
it has been the hardest of years, and my heartfelt thanks to you and your colleagues around the world for the incredible work you do every day.
Princess Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, is frequently regarded as the epitome of elegance and grace, radiating in gorgeous gowns and enchanting millions with her smile. However, there are unexpected regulations hidden behind all the gloss and glamour. She must now follow. Some things that used to seem regular are now absolutely off bounds, including what she can dress, where she can go, and the customs she must uphold. We'll examine 11 activities Princess Catherine is no longer permitted to do in this video. Number 11 is the autograph. Princess Catherine revealed something about her life at the Chelsea Flower Show that may surprise some people. She stated that she is prohibited from signing autographs. It's just one of those regulations, she says. The way she phrases it gives the impression that it's not a personal decision or something she finds objectionable. It's just a part of her job description. Because of her status in the royal family, she is required to abide by this norm. Being unable to sign autographs may seem strange to someone who is frequently spotted in public, attends events, and interacts with a lot of people. It is well known that many public personalities and celebrities sign autographs for their followers, establishing a tiny personal bond in the process. For Catherine, however, there remain boundaries established by custom and convention despite the fact that she interacts with a large number of individuals. These regulations, which are a requirement of being a member of the royal family, frequently address topics that the general public might consider to be rather straightforward or commonplace. For example, signing an autograph might seem like a harmless gesture, but royals are subject to a number of restrictions in order to uphold specific norms and protocols. Catherine spoke calmly and matter-of-factly about this restriction. She didn't show signs of irritation or rage. She merely described it as something she must adhere to. This provides an insight into the numerous minor regulations and standards associated with being a duchess and a well-known member of the royal family. It demonstrates that although her life is spectacular in many aspects, it also has a lot of organization. Even something as basic as writing her name might have an impact on how she interacts with others in public. The fact that Catherine brought this up at the Chelsea Flower Show further emphasizes how private information about members of the royal family can occasionally be disclosed at public gatherings. And wait till you learn about the next regulation if you believe this one is odd or unduly stringent. Let's proceed. Personal social media accounts come in at number 10. Millions of people worldwide keep a careful eye on Princess Catherine, often known as the Duchess of Cambridge. Every action she takes, every item of clothing she dons, and even her public smiles are observed and discussed. Many regulations and limitations accompany such attention, many of which are not readily apparent to the general public. One of these guidelines relates to social media. Catherine is not permitted to have her own personal social media profiles under her own name, in contrast to regular individuals. She is unable to create an account on Instagram, Twitter, or any other site where she may share her own ideas, images, or opinions. Rather, Catherine and her husband, Prince William, Prince of Wales, have a shared social media presence. They control and keep a joint account together. They can share updates, pictures, and significant messages with the world through this shared account, but it is not the same as having a personal account. The content on their joint account is managed, examined, and frequently produced under the direction of the Royal Communications team. This guarantees that the information given is truthful, suitable, and compliant with royal customs. Additionally, it shields the family from any dangers that can arise from sharing unsubstantiated facts or personal viewpoints. One of the many limitations that come with being a senior member of the royal family is the prohibition against having her own independent social media account. Because everything they post online can have a significant influence, royals like Catherine need to be extremely careful about how they depict themselves. Members of the royal family must take into account how their words and pictures impact public opinion, royal duties, and even foreign relations, in contrast to celebrities who are free to express themselves. For this reason, it is not permitted for Catherine to have a personal account in her own name where she may publish without supervision. In today's environment, where social media is a common way to share daily life, interact with friends, or express personal beliefs, these restrictions might feel highly restricting. The ability to tweet a thought or post a photo at any time is something that most people take for granted. Catherine, however, is unable to. To represent the ideals and obligations of the royal family, Even her communications on the joint account must be precise, formal, and well-written. Public displays of political opinion come up at number 9. As a working member of the British royal family, Princess Catherine must deal with a variety of particular regulations and limitations that ordinary individuals do not have to consider. She is prohibited from publicly expressing her personal political beliefs, which is one of the most significant regulations. This implies that regardless of her personal opinions, she must always maintain her neutrality in politics. She is supposed to represent the monarchy as a whole in her capacity. Furthermore, the monarchy is supposed to remain above political disputes or arguments. It takes more than just being silent during elections to be politically neutral. She is also prohibited from openly endorsing a political party, commenting on governmental policy, or making remarks that would imply she favors one politician over another. Giving a speech about a political subject or posting a personal view on social media are two examples of seemingly insignificant or innocent actions that could be interpreted as taking sides. Because any public exhibition of political bias could spark controversy or damage the monarchy's intended appearance of impartiality and justice, the royal family is very cautious about this. Because Catherine, like everyone else, may have personal views on how the nation ought to be governed, this rule may present difficulties. She may have strong feelings or personal beliefs regarding significant subjects, but she must keep them to herself. She is not allowed to openly voice her dissatisfaction, agreement, or disagreement with legislation, political leaders, or government choices. Even public appearances or humanitarian endeavors need to be carefully prepared to prevent coming seen as politically biased. Avoiding speeches and comments is only one aspect of the demand for political neutrality. Her everyday life and public appearances are likewise influenced by it. For instance, she must make sure that whatever she does appears impartial and considerate of all viewpoints while attending events, meeting leaders, or taking part in ceremonies. This regulation aims to preserve the royal family's good name and guarantee that the monarchy is viewed as a stable unifying force for the nation rather than a political player who might sway public opinion. An even more remarkable rule lies in store for us as we depart from this one. Let's have a look. The 8th is traveling on your own. There are numerous restrictions on Princess Catherine's mobility, whereabouts, and public appearances. She is not allowed to travel alone or make last-minute, unscheduled appearances, which is a crucial rule. Her team must carefully organize, coordinate, and approve everything she does outside of her official royal duties. This implies that impromptu travel, both domestically and internationally, is typically not feasible. This is due in part to safety concerns and in part to preserving the royal image. Because the royal family is always in the public eye and their safety is of utmost importance, traveling alone or without warning could put her in danger. Every excursion, no matter how long or short, is typically planned with security specialists who guarantee the safety of her surroundings, timetable, and route. Additionally, there are employees who manage logistics and communications to ensure that her appearances go off without a hitch. Inadequate preparation could lead to misunderstandings, security threats, or even humiliation if something goes wrong. This rule also aids in controlling public expectations. Unannounced royal appearances in public can result in large crowds, media attention, and possibly even chaos. The royal household can ensure that events are well managed and in order by planning appearances ahead of time. Additionally, this makes it possible for Catherine's visits to be significant, fruitful, and representative of the causes she supports. Whether it's volunteering, going to cultural events, or interacting with members of the public, every visit or interaction has a purpose. This goal and the honor of the position she represents could be compromised if she travels alone or without preparation. Additionally, the royal team can manage public and media attention in a controlled manner thanks to planned travel. Fans, journalists, and photographers are constantly excited to see members of the royal family. Unplanned publicity, crowded situations, and unwelcome media attention could result from Catherine making unexpected appearances or traveling on her own. Scheduled travel guarantees that her engagements are handled professionally, providing her with the privacy, respect, and recognition she deserves while still carrying out her responsibilities. Despite the fact that it might feel constrictive, it aids Catherine in striking a balance between the demands of public life and the necessity to maintain her safety, organization, and attention on the duties of being a prominent royal. Her life is meticulously planned so that nothing is left up to chance and every appearance and journey has a distinct purpose. The 7th item is a black outfit. As a senior member of the British royal family, Princess Catherine is subject to a set of regulations and expectations that affect almost every aspect of her life, even when she travels abroad. One of these specific guidelines is what she needs to bring on official overseas travels. Even while it can appear insignificant or straightforward, it conveys a deeper feeling of responsibility, readiness, and understanding of her place in the royal family. She is specifically anticipated to bring a black suit for mourning in the event that a member of the royal family passes away while she is away from the UK. Although wearing mourning clothes may appear strange to those outside of royal circles, it is both a practical and symbolic requirement within the monarchy. When a senior member of the royal family or a close relative passes away, people representing the crown overseas must honor them and take part in formal mourning customs. No matter where she is in the globe, Princess Catherine can react quickly to such a circumstance if she has a black costume ready. This guarantees that even when an official travels far from home, she can maintain the royal family's reputation while respecting its customs and obligations. There is more to the outfit than just black fabric. It conveys a message. Black is a color associated with mourning in many cultures, signifying solemnity, respect, and remembrance. Catherine would be expressing her position in the royal hierarchy, her awareness of the loss, and her empathy by dressing in black. This one piece of clothing enables her to quickly transition from ceremonial duties to taking part in mourning rituals, even if she is traveling or attending a foreign event. It is a minor detail with significant symbolic meaning. This regulation also emphasizes the degree of ongoing readiness that royals must maintain. Royals must take into account public opinion, customs, and unforeseen obligations, in contrast to regular travelers who pack according to comfort or personal preference. And just when you think this rule is restrictive, the next one turns out to be even more stringent. Let's examine it. Sixth, eating oysters or shellfish. There are numerous regulations and limitations that come with being a member of the royal family, some of which may seem strange to the average person. One such regulation concerns what Princess Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, is permitted to consume while performing her official duties. According to reports, she is not allowed to eat certain seafood, especially shellfish or oysters, when she is performing her public duties or attending formal events. Although this may seem like a minor detail, it is actually related to real-world worries about safety, health, and the demanding nature of royal life. Shellfish, including oysters, clams, and mussels, are delicious and considered delicacies in many parts of the world. However, they are also known to carry a higher risk of foodborne illness if not handled or prepared precisely. Even in the best kitchens, the risk of contamination cannot be completely eliminated. Royal engagements often involve travel to various countries, attending banquets, and participating in formal dinners with huge groups of people. In such instances, the repercussions of falling ill could be catastrophic, not just for the individual, but for the smooth running of activities and the reputation of the royal family. For a busy royal like Princess Catherine, being in peak health is essential. As we wrap up this deep dive into the unexpected rules that shape Princess Catherine's life, one thing becomes undeniably clear. Behind the breathtaking gowns, the flawless public appearances, and the global admiration, lies a world filled with structure, discipline, and invisible boundaries that most of us can hardly imagine. While the world adores her elegance, kindness, and calm presence, very few truly understand the magnitude of responsibility she carries every single day. Every gesture she makes, every word she speaks, and even the clothes she packs in her suitcase are governed by centuries-old protocols designed to protect the monarchy's image and stability. Princess Catherine has gracefully mastered walking that fine line, balancing tradition with modern expectations, and public duty with private life. Whether it's refraining from political discussions, giving up personal social media, avoiding certain foods, or always being prepared for unexpected royal duties, she continues to carry herself with extraordinary composure. And that's what makes her story fascinating. Because behind the royal titles and tiaras is a woman navigating pressures that few could endure, yet she does it with a smile that inspires millions around the world. If you enjoyed uncovering these hidden royal rules and want more exclusive insights into the private lives of the world's most talked-about figures, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Tell us in the comments. Backhand index pointing right, which royal rule surprised you the most? Backhand index pointing right, do you think life as a modern royal is harder or easier than it seems? Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.